Today we are talking about the top 5 Hypixel kits that nobody uses despite the fact they are super good kits. There are tons of kits on Hypixel in UHC, Blitz, Skyclash, Skywars, and all of these have kits that people consider to be the best kits, and other kits get completely underrated or never get used. I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 that are actually overpowered and why you should be using them. It's worth noting that these kits can be in any game mode on the entire server and is not limited to just one game mode. I've got one bonus kit for you guys, and I would like for you guys right now to leave your suggestion or guess in the comment as to what the most underrated kit on Hypixel is. Coming in at number 5, we have one of the oldest kits on the server, which is a Blitz survival games kit called Fisherman. This kit is a basic kit, which means that all players on the server get access to it and they can choose to upgrade it if they like. Most people decided to not use this kit as there were other basic kits that were just so much better at the time. Kits like Knight, Archer, even Armorer, all those kits were way better than Fisherman, so nobody uses it. The fishing rod has sharpness 5 on it, and you can get what's called a rod trick, which deals double damage every time you hit the rod on an opponent. And this literally means you can get double damage hits for the whole combo. It takes a lot of getting used to, but once you've learned how to use the fishing rod and get the rod trick combo, you can absolutely annihilate players even with the best armor in the game within seconds. And the rest of the kit isn't that bad either. You get full gear, chain helmet, chain chestplate, chain leggings, and iron boots. That's almost max blitz. You also get food and a weapon and a fishing rod, so it's one of the kits you can literally do nothing for the first 60 seconds, wait for your kit, and be more geared than most players. For added fun, it has Luck of the Sea 3 on the fishing rod, and you can catch Power 4 flame bows from ponds or oceans on certain maps. I dare any of you guys who has Fisherman 10 to try to get one of these special bows. I'm not sure if it's possible anymore, but back in the day, people would try to fish for these powerful bows and have Power 4 flame bows in Blitz. At number 4, we are going on to UHC Champions, which has two completely dominant kits that most all players use, which is either the archery set or the stone gear. Looter is our number 4 kit because it's completely overlooked by most of the community, and it has an insanely powerful tool set. You get 3 bones, 3 slime balls, 2 gunpowder, 2 spider eyes, and you have a chance at the prestige level to get 1 magma cream or 2 ink sacs. All of these items might seem random, but they're very useful for the best crafts in the game. These crafts are guaranteed to give you super powerful items. You can guarantee get power books, you can get Anduril, poison potions, the best chestplate in the game, Book of Thoth, tablets of destiny, and the most powerful weapon in the game, Axe of Perun, is given a massive head start if you have this specific kit. It can be a bit of a gamble, but when the gamble pays off, you can be set to win the game before the game even gets into the PvP enabled stage. This kit is definitely not for all players, but for those who want to go for a very unique kit and one that has the possibility of giving the best items and the most OP gear in the game, this is definitely an underrated and overlooked kit. At number 3, we have a kit that most players in the Blitz survival games community thought was one of the worst kits in the entire game. It's now starting to get a little bit of recognition and opportunity given to it, but for a very long time, this was considered the worst of the worst. I am, of course, talking about the Troll kit. This is one of the kits I actually have at level 10, and I can guarantee you guys this thing is amazing. The notable things about this kit is you get a stack of snowballs, a stick with sharpness 5, which is the equivalent of an iron sword. It has Bane of Arthropods and Smite on it. Then you get a witch spawn egg and a potion of nausea. The armor is super lackluster, and that's why players give this kit such a bad rap. Also, the stick does not get critical damage like a sword would. However, that is not where this kit shines. The witch spawn egg alone is probably worth the 1.4 and change million coins. If you have this witch in a fight, especially a deathmatch, you will be getting insane debuffs on your opponent to the point where they can have poison, slowness, and all kinds of hindering effects during a fight. Poison or slowness just by themselves are enough to turn the tables on a fight, but with this you also have the snowballs, which you can knock players into more debuffs, and then they'll be debuffed so insanely hard that you could literally win a game with your witch doing all of the work. I've legitimately won games of blitz survival games with the witch only, where I didn't do a single heart of damage at deathmatch and my witch killed the player all by itself. Not to mention, if you get hit by a nausea potion, you most likely have never been hit by it in your entire life, and you start to think maybe somebody spiked your iced tea or something. So this kit is definitely an underrated kit. Our bonus kit is actually a perk, and it's inside the Hypixel Pit game mode. The safety first perk gives you the ability to spawn with a helmet. It's just a chainmail helmet, and at first glance you wouldn't think anything of this. You'd probably go for ones that are much stronger, like strength chaining, a fishing rod, lucky diamond, or even bounty hunter. However, if you look at the actual armor percentage of a chainmail helmet paired with the rest of your gear, a chainmail helmet is actually more valuable than upgrading your chestplate to a diamond chestplate. So in essence, a single chainmail helmet with safety first perk is better than spawning in with a diamond chest piece. I'll have a video explaining this more in detail later, but that is your bonus kit. For number 3, we're going back to Blitz for our last time in this video, and this kit is definitely a good number 2 spot. This is considered a massive meme inside all of Hypixel, not just from the BSG community. Everyone knows about this kit and they think it is god awful. While I admit the kit is not as good as others we've already talked about, it's more underrated than the ones we've already talked about. Much like the troll kit, it has a huge caveat with being a low gear kit. It does give you a full set of gear with projectile protection and protection on it. You also get a decently good fishing rod with unbreaking 2, so you're guaranteed not to break your fishing rod, but the main thing you're paying 1.4 million coins for is an unenchanted iron sword. This is the only kit out of 36 kits in Blitz survival games that has an iron sword with no enchants on it. This is super important because if it has no enchants, you can get sharpness 1 on an iron sword every game of Blitz. An iron sword with sharpness 1 does 7.25 attack damage and is stronger than a diamond sword. Basically, you are paying for the ability to spin the wheel and get a diamond sword. This kit is even more powerful now that the updates take out the very strong swords from Vault Hunter. So now this iron sword with sharpness 1 is the most powerful melee weapon in the game. The ability to get this diamond sword is why Hypetrain is the number 2 underrated kit. The number 1 most underrated kit is from the Skywars game mode. What a perfect game mode for this, since Skywars is the most popular kit game mode. The game is also super well known for being dominated by certain kits. I can list on one hand the kits you'll see in every single game: Scout, Armorer, Ecologist, and sometimes Armor Smith. You don't see many other kits outside of those 3, or 4. The kit that is most underrated in my opinion is the Princess kit. I have hardly ever run into this kit. Out of all my Skywars games, I've really never been hit by the flame bow that you get with Princess. This kit is similar to Hypetrain in the fact that it gives you a starting amount of tools that can get you an incredible item. With the Princess kit, you have the chance, albeit much higher, to get a power 5 flame bow with full durability. The main negative to this kit is that your durability flame bow only gives you like 14 shots and you spawn with 1 arrow. So if you don't get to middle early, you get 1 flaming shot. On more than half of the maps in Skywars, you do have the ability to get a power bow, and you have the ability to get enchant bottles, and there are anvils. Using the enchant bottles, the second bow with power on it, and the anvil, you can combine both the flame bow with the power bow and get the best bow in the entire game. A power 5 bow with flame on it with infinite shots is a game ender. Flame is so insanely difficult to fight against that most players have no idea how to approach. I've won games with a power 5 flame bow without even using a sword. I've literally won games where I've only used my bow the entire time, never having to melee a single opponent. You gotta give this kit a try. It's insane, and you will not be disappointed when you finally have the power 5 flame bow in your hands. So there you guys have it, my top 5 underrated Hypixel kits. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of fun to make since I enjoyed looking at all the kits, seeing which ones I thought were underappreciated and underloved. My question to you guys is, what do you guys think is the most underappreciated kit in Hypixel. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace out.